I'm going to give you a couple of statements and we want your unfiltered opinion.
Unfiltered.
High tech in Israel is the best industry to work in.
Yes, sure. But my question about high tech in Israel is why is it called high tech, you know? Like as opposed to low tech? Is there a low tech situation? Because I'm not sure. So I think it's great, but I'm concerned about the name. Don't really get it.
No.
Your thoughts?
I mean, it's like people say it's the best industry to work in because that's where there's more money, I think, traditionally. But that's not, I don't think that's actually true. I think that's just people trying to convince themselves that that's the best place to work. Also because you get free waltz money.
Okay, I've only ever worked in high tech really, so like I can't really attest to others. I love high tech, but honestly, I feel like nail artists have the best job in Israel. They get all the gossip, they get to meet all the people, and I think they make good money, so.
No, I don't think high tech is. I don't think sports is. What you want to do is the best industry. I think chasing the thing that gives people the highest salary or like the best company benefits or the unlimited pay time off or the 401k. I've been in that. I used to work in high tech. So I have a degree in it. I've experienced it. And I can tell you that those things, in my opinion, don't make you happy. So I think the best industry to work in is the one that doesn't just pay you the most or give you the best benefits, is the one that you feel like is meant for you as a person.
I worked in high tech for 10 years and I can say at several different companies actually, and I can say that it is a very exciting industry to be in. Eventually, after a decade, I did leave to pursue my own work as an independent individual and content creator, but I can say it's all I've ever known in Israel, so I can say it's pretty rad, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's overrated
Why do you think so?
because there's more things you can do. I'm sure high-tech life is very cool, but I like working in cafes with my laptop.
Yeah, I agree, and this is the reason I came, is because in France I work as a developer full stack, so there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of possibility to assessment and stuff like this, so yeah.
How do you feel about hummus obsession in Israel?
Oh, I'm totally for it. Like I struggle saying the word hummus because when you say it in English, it kind of just feels like you're trying to show off. Like when you're with your friends, you're like, should we go get hummus? So like you kind of have to go for the American, like, should we get hummus? I love it. The only thing is I really struggle with Israelis eating it with the raw onion. Like that doesn't vibe with me. I'm more of like a pita girl.
Overrated. Same with falafel, same with shawarma, same with, that unfiltered bamba, overrated. Beastly.
Not completely overrated. There's definitely a reason why everybody's obsessed with hummus. I'm a tahina girl though myself, so you'll always find me preferring tahina over hummus. And when I do get hummus, it's always with a lot of tahina.
I have one. Is that the question? I don't know if it's a question, but yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I love hummus. Do people not like hummus?
Yeah, there are people who don't like hummus. It's a thing.
That's alarming. Okay. Yes, I love hummus. Period. Done.
It can be a disease, but it's good. I guess once you get into the hummus, you can't stop. I used to hate hummus when I came to Israel, but now I have cravings like shishiba boker, some hummus basar. It's amazing.
Who doesn't like hummus? And it's a great way to practice your Hebrew, you know, the back of the throat. Love hummus.
Yeah, I understand because it's very good, and I also love it and eat it a lot since I'm here, so I understand.
You do?
Yeah.
Aliyah is not for everybody.
True.
Correct.
I agree.
Fact.
Yeah, I agree.
I would agree.
I think the only thing that might not be for some people is you have to be really able to go with the flow. And like in North America, where I'm from, life is a little bit more rigid. So if you have trouble with that, it's not that you can't do it. It's just going to be an adjustment. The other thing is there is a big group of people here that live here forever, but they never make Aliyah and they're just on work visas, which I think is really funny. Shout out to my roommates, work visa girlies. So if you don't want to make Aliyah, you should, but maybe you'll just be here forever on a work visa.
I think Aliyah is not for everybody, obviously. Israel is really different from Europe, from US. And so you have to try it first with a masa or something and try if you like it or if you don't, because it can be hard, and if you are not strong enough, you will not survive, I think.
You need to have very clear reasons or not to come here, because it's a rough country and it's a very big cultural shock coming from any different place, because this place is very unique for the good and for the bad. But yeah, it's not for everybody, but whoever decide and is committed to live here is paradise.
It's really hard moving 5,000 miles away from your home, sometimes even more miles, right? And it's not for everyone. Sometimes the best thing is to visit Israel and not fully move here. It depends on you and your circumstances.
There's a place in Israel for everybody, but Aliyah is not for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. It takes a certain type of individual to be able to really make it work.
It is not for everyone. I think it is important, if you choose to do it, to consider spending time here either on a work visa, student visa, get a taste of what it's like maybe to rent an apartment, open a bank account, learn the language. Of course, if you have any services in regards to the army, figure that out before you just like hear about it or are here for a week in Tel Aviv, because Tel Aviv and Israel are two different places, and then be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna move here. I think you need to experience a little bit about the land, the people, the culture, the country itself.
This is awkward because I'm in the Nefesh B'Nefesh office. It's empty right now because it's like the end of the day, but I feel like there are cameras in here and they're watching me, and they're never going to collaborate with me on anything ever again. So if you guys are watching this, I'm so sorry, but it's not for everyone. Just like most things are not for everyone.
Tel Aviv and Jerusalem are the best cities in Israel.
Agreed. Tel Aviv is the best city in Jerusalem. The best city in Jerusalem.
Tel Aviv is the best city in Israel.
No, there's so much to see.
Let me correct the sentence. Tel Aviv is the best city in Israel.
Tel Aviv is my boyfriend and Jerusalem is my husband. There we go. There we go. You're allowed to have both.
Spoiler alert, I'm not the biggest fan of Jerusalem, only because, you know, when you're at like a department store with your mom for like a little bit too long and you start sweating and you're thirsty and it's uncomfortable, that's how I feel about Jerusalem. If I'm there for just like a little bit too long, I start going a little bit crazy. Maybe I have to experience more things in Jerusalem, but for now it's just Tel Aviv for me.
It's just the best, like facts. Like Tel Aviv is the best. Jerusalem is just Jerusalem, and all the other cities are other cities.
Tel Aviv is the best city in the world, in my opinion. I am fully in love with the city. Would I say Jerusalem is a close second? I don't know, because I also love the random little cities. Like you'll go to like the coffee carts in a little random town, and they have such personalities to them. I also love Haifa. I'm a big Haifa girl, so it's hard to rank it, but Tel Aviv is number one for sure.
It's hard to say for me because I only live in Tel Aviv and went a few times in Jerusalem, but nowhere else. So I can't say, unfortunately, but probably yes, I assume.
Yes. I mean, I think that almost everybody who comes to Tel Aviv experiences waves of FOMO, regardless of whether you want to admit it or not. It exists. I definitely have. Jerusalem is, okay, they're very different, but the energy in Jerusalem is very different. The people, the experiences, the pace, the demographic. I would think that those two cities, I'd make the argument that yes, those two cities are probably the best.
No, there's so much to see. There's the Golan, Mitzpe Ramon, the Kinneret, beautiful areas that we should all go and visit.
Waze is better than Google Maps. Do you agree?
No.
Yes.
No.
Doesn't Google own Waze? So maybe they're brothers and sisters. Maybe there's no need to fight here.
Oh yeah, I like only use Waze. Like Waze, I'm a ride or die Waze girl for sure.
And
it literally tells you everything you need to know. Like, is there a police up ahead? Is there a car on the road? Like, I feel like I'm such an over communicator, so like I really appreciate when Waze over communicates with me.
I don't use Waze here because I only have a bike, so I think Google Maps.
Clearly,
Why do you say so?
I don't know, like it happens many times. I try to get somewhere and it doesn't work with maps and it works with Waze, so honestly, yes.
I do not agree that Waze is better than Google Maps because I don't drive. And there's a very specific reason I don't drive in this country. Spend 5 minutes just walking down the sidewalk and you'll hear or witness why I don't drive in this country. And so I use Google Maps because I'm usually on foot or on a scooter.
I don't personally like Waze that much because in Canada, when you use Waze, for example, when you're driving to the cottage country, it keeps switching and it sends you on crazy country roads, and the next thing you know, you're in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not a fan of Waze in Canada, but I don't really have a preference.
Yes.
Why do you say so?
It's more accurate, however, does not have great walking GPS directions. In fact, I don't even know if that's a thing. Is it? If it isn't, then either I don't think you can.
Israeli McDonald's versus your home country McDonald's.
So I only eat kosher meat. So I have to say it's really cool to be able to go to a McDonald's and get kosher chicken nuggets because I don't really eat the yummy stuff from McDonald's in the States anymore. So I would have to say, except for the prices, which are ridiculous, Israeli McDonald's because it's kosher?
Everything out of Israel. I've had it like 3 times. It's brutal. It's very brutal. I mean, I actually used to work at a McDonald's. It's like one of my first jobs when I was in high school. I did everything besides the kitchen. I don't keep kosher, so I've experienced it. Yeah, the McDonald's, I don't even think it's the same thing. It's like rubber patties.
I would say Israeli McDonald's. I never really ate McDonald's growing up in America, and then I came here and everyone was obsessed with it. And like, I used to work at a high-tech company where literally I would see teams ordering McDonald's like once or twice a week. So like I started trying it. So like I have to say Israeli McDonald's just because Israel showed me the light of McDonald's.
I know. The French McDonald's is really cool. When I used to eat non-kosher foods in French, we have special with McDonald's. Like there is a hamburger with baguette and moutarde de Dijon.
If I will need to pick, I'll pick the one from Mexico. I never went because there were too many good tacos to go eat.
Oh, so this is like a question I can't answer because I eat kosher. So I have no idea what McDonald's tastes like in New Jersey. But I love McDonald's here. Actually, I used to. The chicken tenders are my favorite. Chicken selects. Sorry. The chicken selects are my favorite. They discontinued them. If you work at McDonald's in Israel, please bring them back.
You know what they have at Israeli McDonald's that I like? I like the crispy chicken nuggets. They don't have that anywhere else I've been. Love those. I also love the Mumbai sauce. It's really, really good. Have you guys tried it?
Yeah.
It's so good. But the one thing I don't like about Israeli McDonald's is the fries. The fry situation is a little bit, I don't think they're that good. And I don't like those corn sticks. I know people like them a lot, but they're not for me. But it's a good vegan option.
Also, I'm pretty sure that they charge you for like every ketchup and sauce that you want to take. I'm talking about the dipping sauce. You get some McNuggets, get some fries.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Café Afuk or Café Car?
Obviously a fou. When I first moved here, like every other Ola Chadasha, I worked at Cafe Zoho, and everybody orders a fou.
Café Car. Because in the winter, Café Car is fine, and in the summer, Café Car is fine. And in the summer, Hafuch is brutal, and in the winter, Hafuch is good.
Kal. Whatever you say after Café Kal, it doesn't matter to me. Café Kal. It's the perfect drink, okay? It keeps your hand nice and cool. You have the little ASMR from the ice making its beautiful stream inside the cup of coffee. Café Kal is an amazing drink, especially in this heat.
Hafuch. I feel like Café Cars is like Americans drink that, but I could be wrong. But that's my impression.
Even in the hottest day of the summer, Israelis love their afuch in the morning. Like they love that hot cappuccino in the morning. And I would say that Café Car feels a little bit more of a non-Israeli. Like Israelis enjoy it for sure, but if I had to say the Israeli, it's afuch.
Café Hafuch. You know, so many old people in cafes for the morning. I like Café Car, but in general, I think people order Café Hafuch.
Noah Kirel or Anna Zak?
Wait, who's Amazon?
I feel like Noah Kirel is like the Israeli icon.
Noah Kirel.
Anitan Tara. Noah, we love you, Noah. Oh,
Noah
chills. I love her.
Noah Kirel is like the Princess Diana of this country. They're obsessed with her. Like, she sells out Hayerkon Park. They die for her with Eurovision, so I'm assuming it's her. I hope Anazak makes her way up, because I like that sweatshirt song. But yeah, Noah Kirel.
Like a unicorn, don't you? I don't know. Oh my god, what's it?
I know who they both are. I know their music. Not enough where I'm like, wow, I listen to her way more than her. I don't know Anna's music as much, and therefore I'm gonna have to go with Noah.
I also just like love what Noah stands for and body positivity and all the good she's done for many, many girls across the country.
Summertime at the beach or skiing at Mount Hermon?
Summertime at the beach. I live in Tel Aviv.
Summertime at the beach
Nope.
or
Whatever you're gonna say next, I prefer that.
yeah,
Or
or skiing at Mount Hermon?
ski. Ooh, that's not really skiing. I'm from Colorado. I'm sorry to sound like a bit of a snow snob, but in general, I'm a winter girly. I've never skied at Mount Hermon because I think skiing on a mountain with Israelis sounds like I don't have a death wish, okay? But I would say being in a colder environment is always going to be my choice.
I'm assuming that it's actually skiing at Mount Hermon. I'll tell you why. As I mentioned a few times, I'm Canadian. And whenever I tell people I'm from Canada, you know, we have like crazy mountains, crazy skiing. Israelis always tell you to me, you know what, but have you ever been to Mount Hermon? Mount Hermon is where it's at. So I feel like they love Mount Hermon a lot. The beach is too every day.
Hov Gordon 24/7.
Summertime at the beach.
No, summertime at the beach because skiing is better in Europe. So yeah, clearly Israel is for the beach and Europe is for the sea.
Hummus or tchina, which is the better dip?
Tchina, 100%. Tchina is so much more versatile. You can like do so many more things with it.
For me personally, it's tchina, especially. There's a very specific bite of tchina that's my favorite. And it's that first bite of challah on Shabbat, right after you say chamotzi, and you mix it with a little bit of sriracha, and then you dip it in the tchina. It is the best. In lieu of ranch dressing in this country, which I don't have, tchina and sriracha, all the way.
Hummus, because the tchina is just to put on top. Hummus, it's a good dip.
Hummus. Even though earlier I said it's overrated, now I'm contradicting myself. I would say hummus. Yeah.
If Israelis had to vote, they would say tchina. I feel like Israelis can eat tchina with a spoon.
Tchina. And so hummus with tchina, it's the best combo, clearly.
How do you feel about having soup in the summer?
Oh, soup is for all seasons, except for gazpacho, which is for no seasons.
Yes, I mean, you're sweating all day. Why would you add some more sweat to your routine? I like ice cream.
I don't understand why there's like an embargo on soup in the summer. Soup is such an amazing food. I almost have chills thinking about it. I'm patiently waiting for winter because I cannot wait for soup. Yes, soup in the winter, soup in the summer. Yes, I approve. More soup.
I think soup in the summer? I never tried it, honestly. It's super warm in there, so I'm not used to. But for me, it's a winter meal, but okay, why not?
Is there AC in the room?
Maybe, maybe not.
So if there is, then why not? And if there isn't, hard no.
Well, I grew up with Eastern European great-grandparents that literally even in the hottest day in August would make me hot soup for lunch. And so I'm kind of used to it and I support it.
Would you rather eat a pizza with pineapple on it or tuna?
I actually haven't tried the tuna pizza, but I know Israelis love it. I think it would probably be good because it's essentially, if you think about it, it's basically like a maybe just reconstructed tuna melt, right? Because there's cheese, there's tuna. I put tomatoes on my tuna melt, so there's tomato sauce. So it sounds really good.
I've done both. Pineapple's definitely better.
Can I put both?
Sure.
Or maybe it doesn't go well. Everything mixes in the belly, you know? But I think tuna.
Tuna it is.
Tuna it is.
We don't have soup in the summer, but we have tuna on pizza all year. I'm sorry.
Ew, pineapple. I know, tuna's so Israeli and it's like, oh, pineapple.
Tuna does not belong on pizza, all right? Die. Enough.
Yeah, tuna in pizza is really cool. Pineapple, I don't know. You know, it can be killed if you do it in Italy or something. It's dangerous for you. You have to run. So.
Oh, I kind of like both. I'm really weird about my pizza. Like, I will literally eat anything on my pizza, but I love the corn pizza in Israel. And you know what I love about Israel is those pizza spices that have like the sugar in it. I feel like we need to bring it to America. Ooh, this is gonna stir some controversy up in the comments. Just so it's on the record, I was asked to be silly. Kidding.
Can I curse?
תקשיבו, ישראלים. טונה ופיצה, זה לא מתאים. די.
Like a unicorn, don't you? I don't know. Oh my god, what's this?
I'm right. I've never been on YouTube.
Ooh.
I don't think. Maybe as like a small child. Don't look for that videos.
I mean, it's good that you are gonna edit all my bad things I'm gonna say. Unless there's bloopers, you know?
אני אשמח בקפה הפוך, על מים, חצי חלב רגיל, חצי חלב שקדים, ומי סוכר, אבל בלי סוכר רגיל. Like, just insane coffee orders.